Start. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Moss, and today we're going to be doing the proposal for the town of Gotham for the EMS system. To first understand how we're going to do the proposal for the town of Gotham, you have to understand how the EMS system works. You first have to understand where it began. The first EMS team was assembled by Napoleon Bonaparte during the French Revolutionary War. Napoleon's chief physician realized that most of Napoleon's men were dying on the battlefield from mediocre wounds. Napoleon's physician then started EMS by sending men on horses and carriages to bandage up wounded soldiers. The U.S. can even date the EMS system all the way back to the Civil War era. The town of Gotham seems to need some help with their EMS. In the next few slides, I will describe my plan to deploy, pay, and utilize EMS of the town. First is deployment. In the town of Gotham, I would continue the 6 original stations, but I would change up the utilization at each station. Right now, the town is running 2 medics each time at all stations. I would change the unit ratio at each station to 1 basic and 1 medic per truck to utilize each truck to their full potential to allow medics to be at each different station at different times. Deployment. Each station would be deployed to their closest call within their zone or their town limits. If any station happens to be overworked or run more calls than any other station, the outside station will come to assist the original station. Some stations will be busier than other stations, considering population and deployment of that region and area. Also, stations that contain hospitals within their region will be much more busier than towns on outskirts. Deployment continues. In the city, the ambulance to be sent out will be the one nearest to the hospital, so that the unit will be ready faster, and if transport is needed from the hospital, a convalescent transport truck such as Jazz will provide any other transportation from the hospital to any other facility. Especially if the hospital is not a trauma center and the patient needs to be sent to a trauma center, a convalescent truck can send them there. A disaster. In the case of a disaster, the EMS or fire station closest to the disaster will be in charge and will also be helped from mutual aid from outside and other EMS units from around the area. If extra help is needed, mutual aid can be assisted from outside areas as long as they are willing to help. The payment of the EMS system. The average payment of an EMT basic in North Carolina is $20,000 a year. To average out in Gotham, I would pay my EMT basics $18,000 a year with full benefits and free schooling. The purpose of free education continuation would be for the EMT basics to become medics, to run upper-related calls, and to help out other stations. Payment continues. The average salary of a paramedic in North Carolina is $40,000 a year. I would pay my medics in Gotham $38,000 a year with full benefits and also free schooling. The reason for paying them short of their average annual salary is to give them incentive to stay with the station and grow in pay. I would not set a cap on the basic or medic's salary, but I would allow them to continue until a reasonable number until they retire. The schooling for the medics would also be free to continue further management classes to become EMS operators such as chiefs, captains, or lieutenants. Part-time staff. The part-time hourly wage would be $12 an hour for basic EMTs. Paramedics would be paid $22 an hour. No overtime or benefits would be offered to part-time staff, considering the fact that they may not stay with the station. Additions to EMS. As long as the EMS stations continue to flourish, I would add on basic trucks in the future to allow for extra help. Basics are very important to EMS, considering the fact that they provide basic care and very fast transport. The basic trucks could also provide special team support for events such as football games, tactical scenarios, or bike teams. The payment for events would be based on the number of EMTs needed and the size of the crowd. Paramedics would also be allowed to do special events and in special scenarios. The EMS budget would stay strict and only operate on things needed for the basic running of a unit. New additions will only be made to trucks with a vote in which majority rules. The medical world is changing. That doesn't mean our trucks should stay the same. The proposal. I propose if I get the contract to upgrade the city of Gotham to not only make it a much better EMS system, but to make it operate much smoother. I will add basic trucks and switch up the medic to basic unit ratio. Basics are needed just as much as medics. They provide proper care quickly. Thank you for your time, and I promise to make the city of Gotham EMS the best it can be. If you have any questions, please let me know.